All right. So these two cucumbers were walking along one day when they notice a pickle in the distance coming straight toward them. And they get so excited that they immediately go up to him and begin asking him about his transformation process from a cucumber into a pickle. And the pickle looks at him with this smirk on his face and he says, "Ah, got yourself into a pickle, huh?" Well, there are three phases of the transformation: sanitation, saturation, and sterilization. And the two cucumbers have this confused look on their face, so he elaborates. Step 1, clean yourself. Step 2, go for a swim in some salt brine. Step 3, find a nice great big jar and seal yourself in it. So the cucumbers thank him for his time, to which he responds, it was no big deal. And he gives them a salute and then he walks off. So the first cucumber goes up to the tub and scrub, where he's given a brush and a bucket to initiate the cleaning of the sanitation phase. He looks at the brush and the bucket and he throws them to the side. He does a quick rinse and then he walks out just as casually as he came in. Next, he goes to the salt brine shrine, where a gentleman is waiting to help him begin what that gentleman called the curing process of the saturation phase. Curiously, the gentleman called himself a curator. And he leads the cucumber to this pool of salt brine where he is permitted to swim for as long as he needs. The cucumber dives into the pool, does a few laps, gets out, dries himself off, and then walks out just as casually as he came in. Next, he goes to the jar bar, where he finds a jar that is just perfect for his size, and he lowers himself into the jar, seals the top, and he waits. After about an hour, he pops the seal, he hoists himself out, and he goes straight for a mirror. To his utter dismay, he is still a cucumber. "I don't understand," he says. "I did exactly what I was told. Why didn't the transformation work?" And he walks out more downtrodden than when he came in. The second cucumber also goes to the tub and scrub, where he's given a brush and a bucket, and he scrubs himself for not one, not two, but 7 times. And when he left, there was not a single speck of dirt on his entire body. Then he goes to the salt brine shrine, where he too is permitted to swim for as long as he needed. And he swam laps in the pool for not one, not two, but 7 days. And when he got out of the pool, there was an obvious change in his complexion and his appearance. His very essence seemed different. Then he went to the jar bar, where he too lowered himself into a jar, sealed the top, and he waited for not one, not two, but 7 weeks. And he pops the seal, he hoists himself out, and he goes straight to the mirror, and he looks at his reflection, and staring back at him is not the aforementioned cucumber, but a bright and shining pickle. And he walks out with his head held high. Here's the lesson. True transformation takes time. And while the process may seem cumbersome at first, the more you immerse yourself in it, the more it becomes something you relish.